thought good sex was reserved for the young. New studies say sexual satisfaction reaches a peak in our 60s. Shelley Вород here with the latest study. We still have a long time away. Like at least 60 years, 50 years before we get there, but...
I truly like it because I've been following a lot of research or surveys, and this is one of the biggest. It was single in America. Again, 5,000 people answered these surveys, and they revealed a lot of stuff, but one of the most, I guess, exciting news for me, and I believe for a lot of people, is the fact that they said that women said that at the age of 66, they feel most sexually satisfied. 66, and men at 64. Okay, now I must say,
we should just not get married until then, or just.
As I know you would go to this, but no, yeah, it's true that we are referring to single people, meaning they may have been in a long-term relationship, may have not, were serious monogamy to monogamy, but now they're single and they're dating, which is great news as well. There is something I really like about discovering how sexuality is still very much alive. Like, yeah, they teach me that at school when I go study about sexuality, but when it comes to reality, many people feel like if we age, sexual rights does not, belong
and then all
to
this
the
pressure
elderly.
on like menopause and all. I imagine there's so much,
So,
excuse me, shaming or whatever that you think.
Exactly, and here we have all those research, and I also brought the good news for the married people because it's not just singles. There is like few research. One of them was on New England Journal of Medicine. I had another one that was also was published in the National Commission of Aging. They're all reporting that women say, I have better sex at 60s and 40s, and married people said, we have great intimacy at our 60s, 70s, and even 80s.
So what do you attribute to?
So
just from your own personal experience.
It's exactly. So how can we explain that? First of all, for the single ones, when we fall in love, I believe that falling in love has no age, and also the sensation.
Hence, something's got to give in the background. A movie I've seen like 20 times.
Exactly. Oh, you see, it's beautiful.
I love this movie.
And look how she's excited and she's so
and
much
then broken-hearted
and the sensations it creates and the hormones. I believe this is one of the main factors that makes us enjoy sexuality. I always say a new partner brings a lot of excitement, but also we know our body well. We know what gets us. I always mention that when we know what turns us on and off and what we like, we know our body and sexuality. The other thing that
a lot is self-knowledge and self-awareness.
It's a lot of it, self-awareness, and not feel ashamed, not think about what society would say if I will be sexually active. It's something that comes with age. You are like, I'm living my life, I do what I like, I'm not scared to pursue my sexual preferences, I'm not scared to be
kids
active.
That are grown,
kids are grown, not in the house of nobody.
But perhaps grandchildren, but grandchildren, not your children, so not living with you.
Exactly, and your house become a little bit more sensual, more eroticized when there's no little kids and the little kids' toys everywhere and a lot of noise. So the environment is right, the mind is in the right state, and the body does respond because we're not losing the enjoyment of the touch.
Right. I mean, it's still biologically embedded.
Exactly.
In our rights.
And this is the beauty of it.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And some people say that even at the age of 70 and 80, it's not necessarily always in a couple. They are going through self-enjoyment, time for enjoyment with themselves, self-pleasure, and they're having...
Without worrying about pregnancy. I mean, this could go on and on. There's got to be so many factors, but it makes sense. It does make sense.
It does make a lot of sense to me, and I'm really happy that our rights are intact and that we have something to expect.
And something to look forward to in the next 50 years from now, because we're still so young and far away from that age. All right. Thank you, Shell.